Hey guys, Prelioke here, with some more information coming straight from BlizzCon of 2011. This one is from the Talent Panel. Well, the Class Talent System Panel, however you really want to go about that. Anyway, they're implementing a new talent system in patch 5.0, and of course Mists of Pandaria expansion. They want the same classes to basically have different specs. The example they gave were two subtlety rogues standing next to each other. Both had different talents. They want all core class abilities to be available to everyone, regardless of talent choices, and talent choices to be kind of an individualized, fun thing, not mandatory. At level 15, you gain your first talent, and then you gain a talent point every 15 levels thereafter. That means level 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, and 90. The warrior example is your first talent is Juggernaut, Double Time, which allows you to charge twice in a row, or Warbringer. Which mobility talent makes most sense to you? Everything is up in the air right now. Remember that. The durations, cooldowns, and everything about this will very well change, so don't expect any of this to be set in stone. Now I'm going to go through class by class and go through what each tier is and what is in each tier as they've given the information about. Death Knights. Tier 1, which is at level 15, is about diseases. Corpse Explosion is coming back. If the target dies with your diseases, explode it. That's all they gave on that tier. Tier 2 is Survivability at level 30. Bone Shield, Anti-Magic Zone, and Lichborn. Tier 3, at level 45, is about movement and control. Death's Advance, Chillblains, and Asphyxiate, which is new. Tier 4, at level 60, is your healing tier. Death Pact, Death Siphon, which is a new ability, and Vampiric Blood. At level 75 is your 5th tier. It's interesting. Basically, if you like it, take it. If not, take something else. Blood Tap, Runic Empowerment, and Runic Corruption. At level 90 is your final tier, which is your 6th tier. It's about awesome crowd control. Gorefiend's Grasp, an AoE Death Grip. Remorseless Winter, similar to the Lich King's ability, and Desecrated Ground, making you and your allies immune to crowd control. Next up is Druids. Your first tier is cat-themed. Feline Swiftness, Displacer Beast, and Tireless Pursuit. Your second tier is a healing tier. Nature Swiftness, Renewal, and Cenarian Ward, which is a shield-type ability. Tier 3 is about crowd control. Fairy Swarm, Mass Entanglement, and Typhoon. Tier 4 is kind of a cool tier. Wild Charge, which is new, allows you to fly to an ally's position, including in caster form. Incarnation, and Force of Nature. Tier 5 is bear-themed. Demoralizing Roar, Ursul's Vortex, and Bear Hug. Your 6th tier has Heart of the Wild, Master Shapeshifter, which increases your damage every time you shift, or shapeshift, and Disentanglement, which removes roots and does a heal. Next, Hunters. Tier 1 is about arrows and ammo. Frozen Arrows, which freeze, Arcane Arrows, which store focus, and dots from your venom-tipped arrows. Tier 2 is about crowd control, intimidation, silencing shot, and wyvern sting. Your 3rd tier is all about disengage, post-haste, evasiveness, and exhilaration, which can give you a self-heal. Your 4th tier has crouching tiger, hidden chimera, or chimera. Basically improves disengage and deterrence, aspect of the Iron Hawk, and spirit bond. Your 5th tier has fervor, readiness, Thrill of the Hunt, which passively gets you focus, or Thrill of the Hunter passively gives you focus throughout the fight. Your 6th tier is about traps, Flash Freeze, which improves movement speed, Black Ice, and Transmorph Trap. Toxin on Transmorph Trap that turns target into a beast. Pretty interesting thing there. And pet talents. Any of the 3 specs for any pets. Choose which role you want them to perform. If you want your moth to tank, spec them as that. If you want your bear to DPS, spec them as that. Mages. Tier 1 is a very chilly tier. Ring of Frost, Cone of Cold, and Frostjaw. Tier 2 is about survivability. Greater Invisibility, Cauterize, and Cold Snap. Tier 3 is about movement. Presence of Mind, Scorch, and Arcane Flows. Tier 4 is about escape and control. Mana Shield, with Incanter's Absorption baked in, Blazing Speed, and Ice Barrier. Tier 5 is about Polymorph, Sickly Polymorph, Heavy Polymorph, which stuns, and Double Polymorph, you can control 2 targets. Tier 6 is about Crowd Control, Blast Wave, Dragon's Breath, and Slow. Next up is Paladins. Your first tier is about Movement, Speed of Light, Long Arm of the Law, and Pursuit of Justice. Your second tier is about Crowd Control, Fist of Justice, which replaces Hammer of Justice and it has a short cooldown, Repentance, and Seal of Justice. Tier 3 is about Survival, Blessed Life, Sacred Shield, and Ardent Defender. Tier 4 is your healing tier, Selfless Healer, Eternal Glory, which is a Light of Dawn replacement, and Holy Shield, Absorption form of World of Glory. Your fifth tier is about Utility, Veneration, which is Consecration, allies are immune to movement impairing effects within it, Acts of Sacrifice, and Clemency, which will reset your cooldowns. Your sixth tier is about Burst and cooldowns, Holy Avenger, Sanctified Wrath, which differs for each spec, and Divine Purpose, which gives holy power without its being tied to a cooldown. Next up we have Priests. For your first tier, it's about Control, Void Tendrils, which is an AoE root, Psyfiend, and Psychic Scream. Tier 2 is a fun tier. It's Body and Soul, Path of the Devout, Phantasm, which when you fade removes movement impairing effects, and gives you a speed boost. Your third tier is about damage and healing. From Darkness comes Light, Divine Star, never tried something like this before they say, and Archangel. Your fourth tier is Keeping the Priest Alive, Desperate Prayer, Angelic Bulwark, and Final Prayer. Your fifth tier is a Power tier, Twist of Fate, Power Infusion, and Serendipity. Your final tier is about crazy new abilities, Vow of Unity, which you designate a champion, and when you heal them, you also heal yourself. Void Shift, you swap the hit point percentage with a current friendly target. Note, percentage, not amount. Vampiric Dominance, which is a version of Vampiric Embrace. Now on to Rogues. Tier 1 is Stealth, Night Stalker, Subterfuge, and Shadow Focus. Tier 2 is about Control and Survival, Deadly Throw, with the movement speed debuff, Nerve Strike, which debuffs damage, and Combat Readiness. Tier 3 is about Staying Alive, Cheat Death, Leeching Poison, and Improved Recuperate. Your fourth tier has Shadow Step, Preparation, and Burst of Speed. Your fifth tier has Deadly Brew, Paralytic Poison, and Dirty Tricks, and your final tier has Killing Spree, Shadow Dance, and Vendetta. The Shaman's first tier has Frozen Power, which roots a target in ice with Frost Shock, Earth Grab Totem, and Repulsion Totem. Tier 2 is about Survivability, Nature's Guardian, Stone Bulwark Totem, and Astral Shift. The third tier has Improved Ghost Wolf, Windwalk Totem, which is movement immunity to group, and not sure about the third one, was not mentioned. Tier 4 is your Healing tier. Healing Tide Totem, it's like Tranquility, Ancestral Guidance, has a chance to copy a heal to another target, and Fortifying Waters. Tier 5 is all about Burst, Elemental Mastery, Nature's Swiftness, and Echo of the Elements. And finally, the sixth tier is a high-concept tier, Crazy Things to Totems, Elemental Harmony, several of the same class totems such as multiple Earth Totems, Totemic Restoration, and Totemic Projection, movable totems. Second to last class is Warlocks. Your first tier is a Healing tier, Dark Regeneration, Soul Leech, Harvest of Life. Basically sucks life from nearby enemies. Tier 2 is about Control, Howl of Terror, Mortal Coil, and Shadow Fury. Your third tier is all about Survivability, Hour of Twilight, Soul Link, and Sacrificial Pet. Tier 4 is about ways to heal yourself or avoid damage. There's Bloodstone, Spell Drain, and Nether Ward. Tier 5 is about your pets. You can replace your demons with Grimoire Supremacy, more power to your demons, or that is more powerful demons, Grimoire of Service, you can have 2 active demons, and Grimoire of Sacrifice. You can sacrifice your pet again. Tier 6 is about demons. It's all themed on demons. Archimonde's Vengeance, Kil'jaeden's Cunning, and Illidan's Guile. Finally, we go on to Warriors. Your first tier, as we mentioned at the very beginning, is your Charge tier, Juggernaut, Warbringer, and Double Time. Your second tier is Survival, Enraged Regeneration, Second Wind, and Impending Victory. Going on to the third tier, we have Crowd Control, Throwdown, it's a basic stun, Piercing Howl, an AoE snare, and Cripple, basically apply hamstring without having to do it directly. Tier 4 is your Silencing tier, Gag Order, Rude Interruption, and Disrupting Shout. Your fifth tier is about having fun with burst and resource management. There's Deadly Calm, Death Wish, and Bull Rush, which when you charge, you get enraged. And finally, Tier 6, Blade Storm, Shockwave, and a new ability called Avatar, which transforms you into a Colossus. That's it from the Class Talent System panel. Be sure to thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and tune in to other videos coming up for more information from panels right from BlizzCon 2011. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in an upcoming video.